Hello and welcome to this video where I talk about value proposition and I explain this concept through example of water. It is all a part of value proposition chapter, and today we will look at the application of this concept really. So let's get started. So let's talk about how would you position water. And this is based on Avery and Gupta 2014 brand positioning reading from Harvard Business Review. So imagine a customer stands before a set of supermarket shelves staring at the wide choices in the bottled water category. Before customer can choose one, there are multiple of questions to ask. After all, in today's marketplace, water is much more than just H2O. So what could be the questions that customers ask? Well, sparkling or still water? Vitamin enriched or energy boosting? With 0 calories or sweetened and fruit flavored, or with natural sugar? A small bottle for lunch boxes or extra large for long-term storage? In a slender glass bottle evoking fine art? Or maybe with the hope that this is better for the health, or packaged in lightweight, eco-friendly plastic? What about amount of particular minerals in the water? What about the price, per bottle, per bundle? Is it on a deal or not? Is it for you, for kids, for friends? Is it for the party or for drinking every day? And so forth. How do brands respond? In other words, how do we position water? Well, beyond functional differences, each brand tells its own unique story. For example, Fiji claims that equatorial trade winds purify its water. Perrier describes how its mineral waters bubbles originate on the Languedoc Plain in southern France when rainwater seeps into the ground and combines with volcanic gases. Poland Spring talks about its main roots. Crystal Geyser highlighted alpine origins near Mount Sasha. Dasani and Aquafina, respectively owned by Coca-Cola and Pepsi, attempt to hide corporate parent affiliations and the less glamorous sources. For example, Waitrose sell their #1 water here in the UK, which they say it's like one of the finest quality spring waters that you can find in the UK. Dasani boasts all about environmentally conscious bottled water and its reverse osmosis filtering process. Aquafina highlights its trademarked Hydro 7M 7-step purification process. So in summary, each brand tries to stake a particular claim of superiority, be it the cleanest, the freshest, the purest, the healthiest, the most natural, most environmentally sensitive, perhaps 0 carbon footprint, most socially conscious, most fashionable, and so forth, that resonates with a particular type of consumer. So what will consumers' choice depend on? The consumer's choice will depend on how strongly consumer perceives that a particular brand offers the best solution to his needs or wants. Is he a dad who cares about children's health? Maybe in that case trying to buy spring water, more natural water in a glass bottle rather than plastic. Or is he a hostess throwing an important dinner party? Maybe we shouldn't buy water and just drink tap water. Or is he preparing for surviving a natural disaster and stocking out as much as possible at the lowest prices? Or is he a concerned citizen of the world and the environment, in which case we'll try to buy with carbon neutral water? Each brand is positioned to appeal to a different customer need and tries to address particular solution. Here is an example of a company called Svalbardi. They do sell quite expensive water. If you go on the website, which you can click on the link here, this is what you will be able to see. Taste the Arctic to save the Arctic. They describe their company and they say that the product is as unique as the story of its conception. In 2013, 10 years ago, Norwegian-American Jamal Qureshi collected meltwater as a gift for his wife while traveling in the Norwegian island territory of Svalbard, which is one of Europe's last great wildernesses. He thought for a moment that the pure water would make for a delicious cup of tea. 4 years later, and the whimsical, selfless thought transformed into a Epicurean product which is redefining the very notion of pure drinking water. Mr. Qureshi chartered an Arctic expedition vessel, the Alle Rinman, and sought out the purest of icebergs in Kongsfjorden, which is just 1,000 kilometers from the North Pole at 79 degrees north. As fresh as the day it fell as snow. Up to 4,000 years previously, 10 tons of ice were gathered by the Svalbardi crew. The ice was then gently melted in a specially constructed machine and bottled, capturing the best drinking water in its cleanest form. In order to retain the water's natural composition and premium taste, no chemistry-altering filters are used, only micron filters and UV light to adhere to international standards. Each expedition can yield up to 13,000 bottles of pure drinking water, and each batch is therefore a limited edition. The product can be shipped around the world on a carbon negative basis. So that is what it says on the website when you read about the company. Okay, so I just read it out so you can understand the whole concept. So it's about kind of like selling a story, if you like, and the mission they go to, and how dangerous perhaps it is in order to get that purest bottled water. So let's dig a little bit more into the details. You go on the website and try finding some products, that's what you will find, at least as of today, August 24th of 2023. Svalbard is an award-winning ultra-low mineral superior purity still Arctic iceberg water. And you can find a single bottle, which is 750 ml, which, just for simplicity of imagination, this is a standard or typical wine bottle. You can find 2-pack with gift tubes, priced at $179.90, and you can find a pack of case of 6, which is priced at $480. And they are all sold out, right? As we said, this is limited edition, and you can get them particular times of the year. But do you think it's an expensive bottle of water? Well, let's review the list of the most expensive bottled water in the world and why they price so much money. Interestingly, on Svalbardi website, you can find quite a lot of content. We call this content marketing. And they published one of the articles about what is the most expensive bottled water in the world in 2022. And they provided a summary. They said, a Google or YouTube search for the most expensive water or most expensive bottled water turns up a quick series of lists. Most use old incorrect data, including brands that no longer exist. Or maybe prices are wrong, so they have gathered and updated the list and excluded the few marketing stunt bottles sold for tens of thousands of dollars and count only brands that are available for regular purchases somewhere in the world. Though there is a growing trend of making extremely expensive special editions available on demand without a custom order, so they are included. Here are the tops, the world's top 10 most expensive waters in 2022. So here is the list of top 10. The first one is Filico Jubilee Water, priced at $1,390 per liter. As you can see in the name suggests, there is some jewelry element added. Sven Neves playing Svalbardi is placed number 4, roughly $185 per liter. So you can access this article and read a little bit more about it. But as someone who has expertise in water, that might be quite an interesting and slightly more accurate, perhaps, information to read about. Now, the other interesting article we published, we talk about what can make a bottled water expensive, okay? So we look at the different categories and explain. So we say many natural bottled waters come from truly unique sources, as water enthusiast Michael Masher describes in his writing on natural fine waters. Besides for rare types of natural spring water, there are also glacier waters, rainwater, iceberg water, aquifer sourced water, and many more different types of water. This can make the price much higher than ordinary brands because transportation is involved, measures to offset the carbon footprint, purity maintenance standards, and ensuring the sustainability of the sources can be expensive in general. These are often small family businesses who care deeply about the sources and make great efforts to preserve them for future generations. So we say that bespoke packaging is also a driver as brands try to make something interesting for the consumer, just as wine and spirits do. And I will record another video about applying value proposition concept for vodka. In some cases where the water itself is nothing special, packaging may be the only major factor behind the high price. So that's where there are limited editions, some jewelry, some design kind of added to this. Brands sometimes create bespoke molds for the expensive bottles rather than using off-the-shelf traditional designs. Other times we check the bottles out with jewels or specially commissioned artwork. Pricey gift boxes, tubes, and other presentation materials can also enhance the presentation of a brand and its story. So you can see here on the picture 4 main different types of water. Some premium bottled water sources include clockwise from the top left. You can see the first one is natural springs. Then you move to the right, you can see rainwater. Then on the third one, you can see artesian wells. And the fourth one, icebergs. They all require careful purity and sustainability management, and many are actually difficult to access. So that's another thing added to the price tag. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you like my videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again.